Good morning. I know I haven't checked in since night fell yesterday, mile 50, but it's been a long night. Not bad at all, other than, oh my God, I'd commit crimes to take a big nap right now. There were a few times where it would be the last mile between stops, and I would start staggering like I was drunk and kind of zoning out and falling asleep while I was walking. It's a little damp out here. But other than that, it's been a really good night. I'm not where I wanted to be. I wasn't planning on slowing down, but considering I still covered 30 miles through the night and I didn't jog any at all, just kind of power walking, and these trekking poles are lifesavers. It sounds kind of dumb, but it gives my hands something to do, so they're not just swinging around and getting puffy and swollen. And it also helps a lot with taking pressure off of my back, because it supports my upper body, and doing that helps me keep a little better posture so my back wasn't as sore as it would have been. But I've been stretching every stop. The last 3 stops, I finally broke down and took like a 10 to 20 minute nap just to get my mind right and shake off that drowsiness, because it was getting pretty bad. When you're sleep deprived, you start seeing things that aren't there. Shadows look like animals. Start getting tunnel vision. There was no traffic, and you never really appreciate how long the stretch of 40 is through the forest. And there's nothing around, so it's just pitch black. There was no moon out. There was a little bit of cloud cover, so it was just pitch black. Complete tunnel vision. The only light was my headlamp, and the only thing I could really focus on was that light in front of me. So that was bad news bears for literally dozing off while I was running. If you've never done that, it's quite an experience. But I can't explain how happy I am. I'm a little sleep deprived, so I've been getting a little choked up because of it. It's kind of crazy what'll trigger you. I saw that cute little sign and I started tearing up a little bit, and I'm probably going to tear up a little bit now because I'm just so damn tired. But literally and figuratively, it was a really good sign. It's a pretty good reflection of how this race has been going for me. It's going really well. I feel good. I didn't hit any emotionally low points like I did last time. I was better prepared, so I knew what was coming. And, whenever those thoughts start creeping in your mind and you know why they're creeping in and you're expecting it, it's a lot easier to shake it off and just keep moving and not give in to those temptations of wanting to find a place and just sit down and make excuses. There are a couple times I had to walk over off of the shoulder and crouch down and stretch a little bit and just take a knee and get off my feet a little bit, but that only lasted for a few seconds each time, and it worked out pretty good. So all in all, I'm really happy. It's just over mile 80. It's finally getting light out again. I'm looking forward to the sun coming up and warming up my bones a little bit, because there was a wet chill in the air last night, and it kind of sucked. I really like this hoodie, but it is just hot. It's a really good hoodie for the cold, but it was just on the border, so it was a battle all night of taking it off and putting it on, because I'd get too hot and sweat, and then I would take it off and it would get too chilly. So I'm looking forward to the sun finally coming up. Even if there's cloud cover, it'll get a little warmer and I can get out of these cotton clothes that I've been wearing all night. They're all damp and heavy and clingy. Can get back to some good running clothes and get rid of all this light up gear, which held up pretty good through the night. Again, I'm not where I wanted to be, but hearing myself say that I covered 30 miles through the night, that makes me feel pretty good, because I kept moving, and that's a long way to go, especially when it gets pretty tough. So now I only have to cover, I don't do math on the weekends, it's like 30 something miles from here, and then I'll be getting into Ormond Beach before too long. I've still got one or two little townships to go through in the forest, but they'll go by pretty quick. And then once you cross that river where the drawbridge is, it should go pretty quick. So anyway, sorry for not checking in the middle of the night. It was just kind of battling the sleepiness. I know I was a little concerned about how the night would go, and I know some of you were pretty concerned, so sorry I didn't update you, but now I am, and everything's good to go. Starting to get that second wind now that everything's lighting up and there's actually stuff to look at, other than a little ball of light in front of me. And I'll be sure to check in again. Hopefully I'll get some traffic's very rude. Looking forward to getting some hot food in me. And I finally did have to break into the emergency kit last night, and I started eating my dark chocolate bar and gave in and took a dose of Advil, which really helped. My feet and my joints were getting pretty sore. So just that one dose and maybe getting some sugar and caffeine in me really took down the inflammation. And trying to think anything else. Puppy count is 15 still, but I'm hoping that'll pick up once I get through town. Saw 6 deers, 2 boars, and something that looked like a fox or a bobcat. But it's a critter, so it counts. And I'll update you again in a little bit. Good morning, everybody.